I'm Holly, and tonight we'll be celebrating a remarkable milestone as one of New Zealand's most iconic brands marks 130 years of sweet success. From humble beginnings in 1896 to becoming New Zealand's most trusted chocolate brand, Whittaker's has built a reputation based on quality, family values, and a strong connection with Kiwi consumers. But what has driven this success? And what does the future hold for our beloved chocolate maker? Tonight, our team will examine Whittaker's journey, its position in the market, the strength of its brand, and the opportunities and challenges that lie ahead. First, we go to Joey, who takes us through the history of Whittaker's and how the family and company has evolved into this premium brand New Zealanders know today. Take it away, Joey.
Today, we come to celebrate the 130th birthday of New Zealand's favourite chocolate brand, Whittaker's. One of the most premium offerings, which is on the market currently, and consistently the most trusted New Zealand brand, and this year coming away with New Zealand's most iconic brand according to Reader's Digest Trusted Brand Awards. Starting back in 1886, Whittaker's began as an establishment and continued to create quality products, leaning into the idea of creating good, honest chocolate. This is something which still is at the front of what Whittaker's is as a company today. High quality chocolate for everybody in New Zealand. After a while, Whittaker's sons joined him in 1911, starting the tradition of the company becoming a family-owned business, which still continues till today, with Holly and Matt at the fourth generation of Whittaker's to lead the company into the future as they celebrate the company's birthday. Today, Whittaker's stands as a company which strives to achieve high quality in the products which they create, with family-driven values in mind and a consciousness for sustainable practices in constant use, which really does make the company one of New Zealand's favourite companies. Whittaker's also strives to be a part of New Zealand's culture by collaborating with many New Zealand-based companies like L&P, Tip Top and more, while also collaborating with charities dedicated to helping New Zealanders and the country. This has increased Whittaker's brand awareness to one of the most popular brands in New Zealand. And compared to other players in the industry, like Cadbury and Lindau, which also work in the same area of chocolate confectionery, but at different strengths. For example, with Cadbury leaning closer to a more popular and available brand, and Lindau being a bit more on the same level of quality, but both of them lacking the New Zealand-focused ideals which allows Whittaker's to shine as a New Zealand-based company. Thanks, Holly. Back to you.
Thank you, Joey. Whittaker's rich history has helped shape not only the company itself, but also the wider chocolate category in New Zealand. But where exactly does the brand sit amongst its competitors, and what makes it stand apart from the rest? For more on Whittaker's brand positioning and the competitive landscape, we now cross to Amy.
I'm going to talk about what our next step is to understand where Whittaker's sit within New Zealand's competitive chocolate market. Whittaker's has carved out a massive space between mainstream and luxury chocolate brands. Their main competitors, like Cadbury, focus on affordability and mass appeal to all customers, and Lindt Chocolate targets the most luxurious segments. Whittaker's has successfully established itself as an accessible premium brand. Consumers are willing to pay slightly more for Whittaker's because the brand has built strong associations with quality ingredients and bean-to-bar manufacturing. This positioning is reflected in not only its product quality, but also its pricing strategy. A standard 250-gram block typically retails between $7 and $8, placing the brand above mass-market competitors while remaining more affordable than luxury alternatives. This allows Whittaker's to signal quality and craftsmanship without becoming inaccessible to regular customers. But what really separates Whittaker's from their competitors? Our analysis identified several key points of differentiation. Unlike their competitors, Whittaker's remains family-owned and continues to manufacture its products in New Zealand. This creates a level of authenticity that is difficult to replicate. The company also benefits from strong emotional connections with its consumers through its Kiwi heritage, commitment to quality, and reputation for honesty and transparency. It offers a broad product range, extensive supermarket distribution, and strong brand recognition. These similarities ensure the brand remains competitive within the chocolate category, while its unique attributes help it to stand out. As we can see on this perceptual map, Cadbury sits lower on the authenticity and quality perceptions due to its mass market positioning. Lindt scores highly on quality, but lacks on the same local connection to New Zealand consumers. And lastly, Whittaker's occupies the strongest position by combining both high quality and high authenticity. This balance allows the brand to appeal to consumers seeking premium chocolate while maintaining the strong emotional and cultural connections.
Thanks, Amy. As we've heard, Whittaker's has established a unique position by combining premium quality with strong Kiwi authenticity. But strong positioning is only one piece of the puzzle. How effectively does the brand turn awareness into long-term loyalty? Amy joins us now with an analysis of how Whittaker's performs throughout the brand funnel.
Thanks, Holly. I'm currently here at the Whittaker's store at Auckland Airport, where the company opened its first retail store, a testament to the strength of its brand loyalty. After Amy established Whittaker's strong position in New Zealand's chocolate market, it is important to assess how effectively the brand converts awareness into loyalty through the brand funnel. At the awareness stage, Whittaker's performs exceptionally well. Through widespread distribution, strong marketing campaigns, and partnerships with brands such as L&P and Tip Top, it remains one of New Zealand's most recognised and trusted brands. The consideration stage is also strong. Consumers associate Whittaker's with premium quality, bean-to-bar manufacturing, and family-owned values, making it a preferred choice when purchasing chocolate. Trial and purchase are supported by a broad product range, regular product innovations, and limited edition collaborations that encourage consumers to keep exploring the brand. Loyalty is Whittaker's greatest strength. Many New Zealanders have a strong emotional connection to the brand, viewing it as a symbol of quality and national pride, which drives repeat purchases and positive word of mouth. However, opportunities exist to strengthen engagement with younger consumers. Better communication of Whittaker's sustainability initiatives, ethical sourcing practices, and digital content could increase consideration and preference among Generation Z audiences. Overall, Whittaker's performs strongly across every stage of the brand funnel. Future growth will likely come from deepening relationships with emerging consumer segments rather than simply increasing brand awareness. Back to you, Holly.
Whittaker's has clearly built an incredibly loyal customer base, but no business operates without its challenges. Rising costs, changing consumer expectations, and increasingly global competition all have the potential to reshape the confectionery industry. So, what can consumers and investors expect over the next 1 to 5 years? We now turn to Nikita for our forecasting segment to have a look at the opportunities and threats facing Whittaker's future. Thank you, Nikita.
Thank you, Holly. I'm excited to talk about what's in store for Whittaker's. Both in the near future and in the long term. But for now, let's start with Whittaker's short term. However, the current cost of living and the fuel crises, along with the situation in Iran, has made it difficult getting fuel into other countries, including our own. Even though the price of cocoa has steadied out since 2024, when the cost of cocoa was sitting around $12,000 US per ton and are now sitting at $3,923 per ton, in my opinion, the outlook for the next year is unfortunately a little bleak, as New Zealand's currently in a cost of living crisis, yet cocoa prices are continuing to steady out. However, the price of chocolate continues to soar, from a 250-gram block being priced at $5.72 a year ago to a 250-gram block being priced at $6.88 today, which is a 20.3% increase according to Stats NZ. Whittaker's has a stronger brand recognition in New Zealand, but does not have the same multi-revenue stream that Lindor's does. And what I mean by that is Whittaker's only ships to a few select countries while Lindor's ships to multiple, both companies producing high quality and expensive products. This poses a risk, as Lindor's global network of stores and shops helps them to generate more revenue, allowing them to navigate the current economical crisis following the fallout of COVID-19 and the current situation in America with the fuel shortages. It is Whittaker's core values, messages, and consistent product quality that keeps them popular, so they are able to weather any economic storms if they play to their strengths and anchor themselves in their values. However, if the economy climate changes and consumers had a choice between brands based on taste, quality, they would overwhelmingly choose the brand who was voted New Zealand's most loved brand 8 years in a row and New Zealand's most trusted brand 16 years in a row, which happens to be Whittaker's, which puts them in a great standing for their forecast the next 5 years. This shows an opportunity and demonstrates that quality over quantity really does matter, and they just need to keep showing that they value their customers and they stay as loyal to their existing customers as their customers are to them.
Thank you, Nikita. Well, the short-term outlook presents some economic pressures. The long-term future for Whittaker's remains promising. Strong brand loyalty, premium quality, and its deep connection with New Zealand culture continues to provide a competitive advantage. But how can the company continue building on its success and ensure that it remains New Zealand's most favourite chocolate brand for generations to come? For the strategic recommendations and the next chapter of Whittaker's growth, we now go to Ella.
Thanks, Holly. Whittaker's are preparing themselves for the next step in growth and new strategic recommendations, focusing on strengthening premium brand identity. The well-known New Zealand treat company is known for their amazing quality and for being an honest and trustworthy brand. Whittaker's are focusing on maintaining those values to stay as an affordable brand while also meeting consumer expectations. As this graph just behind me shows, Whittaker's is most strongly associated with quality, trust, and New Zealand heritage. These strengths provide a solid foundation for future growth through innovation, sustainability, and international expansion. Innovation is something that businesses worldwide are using to their advantage. It is important that Whittaker's use it effectively. Whittaker's have a bean-to-bar process which emphasizes New Zealand heritage and overall strong brand equity. Another important investment would be using digital marketing to their advantage. This is beneficial to the brand because it may help engage the younger viewers who look to purchase sustainable brands. In the future, to keep growing and creating opportunities, Whittaker's are focusing on expanding internationally, using marketing strategies such as influencing partnerships to help strengthen brand awareness globally and to find new possible revenue streams. Another important improvement Whittaker's can make is improving the company's growth strategy. This includes releasing new and exciting flavors, making sustainable packaging, and altering the ingredients so there are options for all different dietary needs. Improving relationships with overseas retailers and working on expanding capabilities is also essential to improve market reach. One key focus that has been highlighted is sustainability, as consumers are becoming more and more aware of sustainable and ethical practices and how to implement them. Whittaker's are encouraged to keep working on their packaging, which would also benefit them because it could set them apart from some of their other large stream competitors. In conclusion, Whittaker's are going in the correct direction. They are constantly working on maintaining their strong heritage and premium quality products, while also working on expanding their worldwide presence and interacting with consumers. This balanced approach should mean the company will keep hitting their targets long term and also keep them in the lead of being New Zealand's most.
Thank you, Ella. Tonight we've seen how Whittaker's has transformed from a small family business into one of New Zealand's most recognised and trusted brands. Through a commitment to quality, innovation, and staying true to its values, the company has created something much bigger than just chocolate. It has created a brand that resonates with all of New Zealanders. Although economic challenges and changing consumer expectations will continue to test the industry, Whittaker's strong heritage and loyal customer base position it well for the future growth both here and abroad. As the company celebrates 130 years of sweet success, one thing remains clear. Whittaker's continues to prove that good, honest chocolate never goes out of style. I'm Holly, and from all of us here at Whittaker's Sweet Success, New Zealand Business Tonight, thank you for joining us. Have a great evening.